Hi, this is Marcel of Marcel on Tech, and today's review is talking about an awesome tablet that is perfect for a very special person in your life. Now, the lovely people over at BestTab got in touch with me and offered me the opportunity to actually try out their very surprisingly good 2-in-1 tablet. So this is one of those budget tablets that actually comes along and surprises you. And I was very, very pleased and actually honored to receive this. Opening up the box, I've been testing this out now for about 2 weeks, pretty impressively. And I'll tell you who has been testing this out. My daughter. I have a young daughter, and you can tell that I've been using it with my daughter because it is really filthy. Now, it does come with a screen protector. So first and foremost, this video is basically about a tablet that is perfect for young children. And I'm going to explain to you why that's the case. Okay, so let's get into it. So let's talk about what comes in the box. First and foremost, of course, we've got the tablet, which has a pre-installed case, folio case, which means that it's going to come with a folding case that you can then fold behind, as well as a clear TPU case that will protect the actual tablet itself. So that is a huge bonus. You do not need to buy an additional folio case that will protect the tablet completely. What else do we get in what is quite a sizable box, to be honest? That's a pretty thick box. What else do we get? We also get a full-on QWERTY keyboard. So this comes pre-installed. Now, is it going to be the best keyboard you've ever used? No, it's not. But it is incredibly light and very easy to use. Very simple on-off Bluetooth connection. You can connect directly to the tablet. This will obviously disconnect when the tablet is powered down. The battery I found lasted at least, in fact, I've charged it once and it still has battery. So it's definitely working. It's obviously going to be on and off. It does not attach to the tablet itself, but nonetheless, if you ever want a keyboard and you want to set up the tablet elsewhere, this is actually inside the box. And again, we're not talking a premium product here, but we are talking about something that could be a child's first keyboard and very, very helpful and useful for them to do. And it is a full QWERTY English version. Then in addition, you get a kickstand. So this is a stand for the tablet to actually sit in. Obviously, if you're not using the folio case, or even if you are, it can still sit inside of this kickstand. Now, of course, this could be used for a mobile phone of any kind, but that comes bundled in. Always a nice bonus. Of course, we have a charging cable and even a charging brick, which is becoming an incredibly rare thing in most tech, but in these budget lines, they still come along with it. Then we also have a stylus. Now, basic, yes, but functional, absolutely. We'll have a little look at that in a minute. And it even comes with a mouse bundled in as well. Again, basic, very lightweight, easily transportable, but will connect via Bluetooth incredibly easily and works very, very well with the tablet. A little bit of lag on it, in fairness, because it is a very basic mouse, but it works seamlessly. Should you want to, it actually comes with a stylus, which allows you to swipe up and down and through and with. And of course, if you're using any coloring apps or anything like that, then it can be very, very helpful just to navigate around using the stylus, which can be great for coloring in and for using different things. Again, it's not going to be as agile as any of the flagship items like from Apple, etc., but it is a fundamental basic tool that again can be very useful if, for example, your child is using an app to color certain things in, or even learning how to write. I think that can be very, very helpful, and this can be a great way to start to learn how to draw and use digital formats using the stylus. And remember, this all comes in the box. Now, my little girl is 4 years old, so she absolutely loves, obviously, watching cartoons and playing games on it. So that's what we do. So let's take a little look at the tablet itself. So here we have the tablet here. Now, you can tell that my little girl has been using it because it is covered in smudges and marks and so on, and is really, really grubby. So that is what you're going to notice, but it's okay because it comes with a screen protector built into it. So that's never going to be a problem. Now, of course, It doesn't have the most powerful screen. It is going to be an IPS screen. It's going to have the best resolution, but it is going to work for purposes. There we are, as clean as we're going to get it. So that is now ready for use and a little bit cleaner. So going into it, it's going to load up. The loading time is not going to be the fastest. As you can see, it comes with a fairly basic CPU, but everything is working. You have got Android on this system here. It is running on Android 14 with the latest security update being of November of last year. So that is not necessarily the freshest, but this is a very useful device for basic functions. I wouldn't necessarily suggest that you keep all your banking details on here, but you can certainly use it for any internet use, web browsing, YouTube, etc. It will work just as well. You can obviously see the loading times. Connecting, we are going to see that this tablet can load up quite quickly. As you can see the transitions, it is not going to be a very high refresh rate. It is running 60 Hertz, but it is exactly ideal for purpose, which is a basic tablet that is ideal perhaps for a child's first tablet because you can run things like YouTube Kids. It is running the full Android system, which is Android 14. So you're going to be able to get all the functionality out of it that you might want. And obviously the viewing capability of this is going to be absolutely ideal as well for that. Let's check the volumes out for me.
So many boxes! That can be okay! Yeah!
There you go, you can't beat a bit of Bluey, and perfectly adequate volume. But the advantage that you've got as well is that you have got a 3.5mm jack. So if you want to plug in those earphones so that you don't have to hear the episode, you can do that. But of course, it's running Bluetooth as well if you want to connect via that. You have, of course, got USB Type-C, you've got the charging cable and connector inside the box as well. So this is a very affordable budget tablet that is ideal, I think, for a child's first tablet. And if you want to have it a combi laptop, then you can connect the keyboard and you can utilize it similar to a laptop whereby you can install any of the apps that you want, connect the keyboard, and of course you can have a desktop functionality as well for your emails, etc. So overall, this tablet has been very fit for purpose, and I think it is definitely something I would recommend going forward. If you want to find out any of the links in the description, you'll find this tablet available on Amazon, and right now you can get it at a special price with the promotional link. So do make sure you click that. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.